Hi art historians, welcome back. We are in Module 11, Indigenous Americas Part 3. This is Indigenous Americas 4, 11.01, Toltec and Aztec. We have 8 core works for this unit and 0 supplemental. They range in date from around 850 to the 16th century. Now we have some architectural sites. This includes the city of Tula, which belongs to the Toltec. We have the Coyolauqui stone and the calendar stone, which is found in the Templo Mayor of the Aztecs, and then some smaller scale works as well. We've got our eagle relief, tabard, and necklace by the Toltecs, the Codex Borgia by the Aztecs, the Quetzalcoatl and Tlaloc mosaic serpent mask by the Aztecs, as well as the feather headdress by the Aztecs. So let's talk a little bit about what Toltec and Aztec means. The Toltecs and the Aztecs were 2 very significant Mesoamerican civilizations with very distinct yet somewhat interconnected histories. The Toltecs flourished from around 900 to 1150, and they were located primarily in their city Tula, which you will get the chance to explore, in central Mexico. They were a huge influence on the Aztecs, and they were known for their use of large stone columns as well as sculptural reliefs. They were organized hierarchically with a ruling class of priests and warriors, and they declined mostly due to internal conflict, invasions, and other environmental factors. Now, following up, we have the Aztecs, which was their way was paved by those Toltec people. The Aztecs were known as Mexica during their time frame. Aztec is a more contemporary way that we are referring to them as. And their empire was both expansive and vast and developed through military conquests and alliances. Their society was highly stratified, a polytheistic religion with ritual sacrifice routines, and they made significant contributions to a lot of the things that the Maya did, like astronomy, mathematics, and agriculture. They unfortunately did fall to the Spanish conquistadors led by the very evil Hernan Cortez in 1521. He's a bad guy, like a really bad guy. So some of these things that you're going to be seeing, Coyolauqui stone and the calendar stone, these are 2 really famous stones. The Coyolauqui stone is a really interesting story. It tells the tale of this goddess, Coyolauqui. I refer to her as Coyo because that is a mouthful and there is an X and a Q in the spelling of that, so it can be a little challenging. She was nervous because she found out that her mother was pregnant, and she was scared that the baby would, I guess, take over, rule farther in importance to her. And so she had this plot to, unfortunately, do away with Mom. Now, her brothers found out, and she was not successful, which is a good thing, but her punishment was pretty rough. She was completely dismembered, and now as a result, we have that stone at the bottom of the main staircase of the Templo Mayor to represent what happens to enemies of the Aztecs, kind of a visual reference. The calendar stone is where most of those sacrifices would have been completed at the top of that, what would have been the towers in the Templo Mayor, though we only have drawings to go on because a lot of it was destroyed. All of these other things are incredibly important to Toltec and Aztec religion. I hope you enjoy learning about it. The feather headdress in particular is really, really beautiful. I cannot believe how many feathers go into it. Unfortunately, though, the birds do have to be sacrificed in order to make that particular feather headdress, but it is the only complete intact feather headdress in existence that we have. So the fact that it is still there today, at least those birds are still educating us about Aztec ways of life. I hope you learn a lot about all of these people, and I will see you soon when we jump into Module 12, going back to the European Baroque, and I'll see you then.